back, grade 5, to another teaching and learning video. We just looked at what is a set, and we looked at examples of a set. So I hope you have learned something in that teaching and learning experience. Today we are going to look on force, work and energy, sorry. We are on the subject science now, so we will look on the topic force, work and energy. Force, work and energy. What is force? What is force? Force, we use force every single day. We use force to walk. We use force to bathe. We use force to lift object. We use force to push object. We use force to pull objects. We use force to write. We use force to draw. For example, I've just used force to draw this SpongeBob here. Hey, SpongeBob is waving at you. Hello, grade 5. So I've just used force to draw SpongeBob. So we use force in everyday life. All right. So what is force? What is force? Force is the push or pull applied on an object. So force is the push or pull applied on an object. It can move a stationary object or stop a moving object. So force can be a push or pull, twist or turn. Can be push or pull, twist or turn applied on an object. All right, and it can move a stationary object. What do I mean by stationary object? Objects that are still, are not moving. So it can move a stationary object that are not moving, or stop a moving object. All right, so force can do that. All right, so force can also change the speed and direction of a moving object. Now, I wanted to stop this video, pause this video rather, and go and watch a video presentation. The link will be down in the description. So go and watch that video on force, work and energy, and come right back to teaching and learning. All right, so go pause the video now, go down to the description, click on the link, and it will take you right to a video presentation, the first video, and it will be on force, work and energy. Go and watch that video and get right back to this video. All right. All right, thank you for coming back to this video. So now we can continue. All right, so force can also change the speed and direction of a moving object. All right, we say that force can also change the speed and direction of a moving object. What does that mean? Force can also change the speed. So if you look at the video, you see a ball rather rolling on the ground, and then a boy comes and kick the ball. So the force that the ball was going with was a slow speed. The ball was rolling slowly. Then the boy went and kicked the ball with a greater force than the ball that of which the ball was rolling with. So the boy went and kicked the ball with a greater force. Now, because the boy went and kicked the ball with a greater force, the ball speeds up. So that's why the definition says a force can also change the speed of an object, or of a moving object rather. So a force can change the speed of a moving object. So when the boy kicked the ball with a greater force than of which the ball was rolling with, the ball speeds up. Then the ball hit a tree and bounces into a different direction. So you see that force can also change the speed and direction of a moving object. Also, for example, a cricketer. We all know the sport cricket, right? We know that a bowler can bowl the ball in a straight direction, right? A bowler can bowl the ball in a straight direction, but the batsman can change the direction of the ball using force. So the batsman can use force and change the direction of the ball. So the ball coming in a straight direction, but the batsman can use force to change the ball in any direction rather he wants to. So you see that force can also change the speed and direction of a moving object. You see that? See that? Yes. So force can also change the speed and direction of a moving object. All right. Another example. For example, two toy cars. Two toy cars, right? You know those cars that you can pull back. And a matter of fact, when you pull back the toy cars, you are using force, because it said that a force is a push or pull applied on an object. So therefore, when you pull back the toy car, you're using force. You see that? So you pull back the toy car and you let it go, and both cars collide in each other. And when they collide in each other, you see that one car go west and another car go east. So it changes the direction of the car, of the moving object. You see? So force, the force that the car collide with, change the direction of the cars. So you see that force can also change the speed and direction of a moving object. All right? All right? Good. So we know what is force. All right? Let me say this. If enough force is applied, it can also change the shape or size of an object. If enough force is applied, it can also change the shape or size of an object. Pause this video. Tell me how this can happen. If enough force is applied, it can also change the shape or size of an object. How this can happen? So students, you're going to tell me how this can happen. Tell me how, if you apply enough force to an object, it can change the size or shape of that object. Tell me how this is possible. Beautiful. Beautiful. I can also use the example of a supplement tin. Supplement, boost up your brain. Supplement, boost up your brain. Supplement, Alright, so supplement supplicant can. If you apply enough force to that supplicant can, it can change the shape or size of that can, because you will apply enough force and you squeeze that supplicant can. The size and shape changes, right? The size and shape of the can changes. It starts with some dents, some folds, size shrink. So force can change, or should I say enough force apply to an object, it can change the shape or size of that object. All right? Beautiful. Beautiful. Wonderful. All right. So we learn how force can change force. Enough force is applied to an object, it can change the shape or size of an object. We know that force is a push or pull, or twist or turn, I should say. So force is the push or pull, twist or turn of an object, right? So force is the push or pull applied on an object. So force is the push, pull, or twist. No, twist or turn. All right. So force is the push. Force is a push, pull, twist, or turn. All right. So in this definition, it says force is the push or pull applied on an object. All right. And it can move a stationary object or stop a moving object. All right. How? Well, let me get back to that definition that I just mentioned. Force is the push, pull, or twist or turn. How force is a twist or turn? Twist or turn. Think. How can force be a twist or turn? Right? So, for example, yes, you are correct. You are correct. Thank you for that. You are correct. For example, you are bathing. You are bathing and you want to squeeze out a rag. You have to twist that rag or turn it. You have to twist or turn the rag to get the water out of the rag, right? What about opening a Pepsi bottle or a drink bottle with cork, right? So you have to twist to pull, twist or turn to open that drink bottle, right? So you see that a force now can be a push, pull, twist, or turn, because you have to use force to turn the bottle cork to open the bottle. You have to use force to squeeze the water out of your rag, right? So a force can be a push, pull, twist, or turn. Don't forget that. All right, so let us go back to energy. We have to have energy to work, right? Energy to work. So for example, energy is the ability to do work. Energy is the ability to do work. I want you to write down that. Energy is the ability to do work, because without energy, we cannot do work. And we have to eat food and drink juice, like supplicant. Just kidding. To have energy, right? So energy is the ability to do work. Force is the push or pull applied on an object. It can move a stationary object or stop a moving object, right? I'm just running through. Force can also change the speed and direction of a moving object. If enough force is applied, it can also change the shape or size of an object, right? And we see in the video where a rock fell on a car. So we see the car before and we see a car after. Now the after car is the rock that fell on the car, right? You see that the car size the car size changed. We see it crushed. We see how we see a lot of dents. We see a lot of folds. So you see that it changed the size and it also changed the shape of the car. It's not the same shape, all right? So force can do all of that. All right, so please keep in mind that work is said to be done when force is applied on an object resulting in the moving of that object. Let me read that again. Work is said to be done when force is applied on an object resulting in the movement of that object, right? So this is simple saying that. For example, here am I pushing this wall. It's not moving. Tired. Whew, God. Let me try that again because I think this time it can move. It's not moving. It's not moving. I'm tired. Whew, very tired. I'm very tired. I'm very tired. I think I do some work. Don't you think? I do some work. Work is done. Because here am I moving the wall, trying to move this wall, and it's not moving, but I'm tired, I'm sweating, so therefore work is done. Would you agree? Please agree. Would you agree? I know you're bright students. No work is done. Thank you very much. No work is done. Because the definition says work is said to be done when force is applied on an object resulting in the movement of that object. So if the object don't move, work is not done. Work is done when the object moves. For example, a man pushing a car, right? A man pushing a car. So the man pushing the car, 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 and the car won't move. The man sweating and sweating and sweat just running and the car won't move. No work has been done until that car moves. Alright? So work is said to be done when the object moves. Alright? So I want you to keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, that work is done. Work is said to be done when force is applied on an object, resulting in the movement rather of that object. All right. So have a blessed afternoon. God bless you.